I have this affinity to the old. And not only old pieces, old people, old things, old buildings. So if there is something old that I see and I see it's done well, I have to buy it, I have to save it. I've been collecting things for years. All of that came together in this space. We didn't want to pull back on anything that was dramatic. So if it was dramatic, it was going in there. It was simple, it wasn't. That was the idea. My name is Mayank Anand. I am the principal designer at Mayank Anand Architecture and Interiors. Today I'm going to take you through this project that I've designed. It's called Chit Anand. The client, which is also my mother, was downsizing from a massive property, which is about 2.5 acres, to literally a 250 square yard plot. And I wanted the space to reflect the grandeur that she was used to, but at the same time be compact. This plot of land is in a gated community in Jalandhar. It's a corner plot. The orientation is east-west. The east side, we wanted to keep it very clean. I just wanted a very, very big entrance to the place, and everything else is kind of subdued. This is our foyer. From the foyer, we come to the anteroom.
So this space is pretty much an imprint of Mayank himself. All the doors got in their place, and then there was one door that was left, and the carpenter said, "Sir, ye kahan lagega?" And he said, "This will be above my head." He started laughing. He's pulling my leg, and he kind of said, okay, whatever, I'll ask later. And the room got ready and a lot of portions got ready, and this one stray door is staring in everyone's face, and he's like, "Sir, ye kahan lagega?" And he's going, he's like, "I told you, above my head on that ceiling right there." Well, that door is right here. Same thing with the lighting in this room. Suddenly he said, "I want to put 72 lights." And we're like, it's such a small room, like why? And well, now it's come together, and we're like, should have known better.
So this is the main living room. What is behind me is a series of Gothic arches. We procured the old doors and the arches from Cochin. And what we did to bring in a lot of light from the south was just plaster this entire wall with a whole bunch of windows. We didn't want to lose out on the light, but at the same time, we didn't want the heat coming in from the south. So it's got a lot of windows, but a lot of them are very, very thick windows with jalis in them. And under here on this side is where the extension of the living room is, which is another little seating. And behind me, we have the library bar. So here we are in the main formal dining room of the house, and this is by far my favorite room, primarily because of this. This is a 20 by 8 stained glass window, and there are 2 of them. What stained glass does, it does change the Kelvin of the light coming in, so that's something that we made use of. All of these panels individually are from the transoms of doors of the old British chawls in Bombay. The chariot, it's something that belonged to the family. My parents got married on that. The piece is from 1905. My grandfather bought it from the Maharaja of Naba. When you go up, you go here. There's a powder room here. There's an elevator shaft here. And this is the kitchen. So both the staircases come up and bring us to this central part of the house, which is the main access points to everything. So this Juliet balcony here is what overlooks the formal living room. These bricks that surround this are called Nanak Shahi bricks, and this is what old Punjabi houses were made of. Of the 345 windows that we used in the construction of this house, 110 of them are in the ceiling. These windows were repurposed from an old train carriage that was being broken, and this is all we could salvage. So this corridor leads up to the blue sitting room, and this is a series of paintings I'd done, drawing a parallel between the names of Shiva and Allah and how they match. So this is what we call the blue room, and this is a small parlor sitting area. The door that leads up to the private floor, this is an old village door, Haveli door that we bought. And right above the door there is a very beautiful dua. It's in Arabic, and it's supposed to be hung above the door. And I think the sentiment of that is really sweet, that you pass under it, and when you pass under it you get the dua. So I've just taken the concealed elevator up to the private floor. So this elevator brings you up here, and also the staircase brings you up here. And there are two rooms here, the lodge and the Krishna room. The lodge because it's done up like a lodge, and it's got this beautiful Flemish tapestry on the ceiling. And the Krishna room because of the artwork on the walls, and it's got this beautiful green tile wainscoting. There's a master suite here, fairly simple, but it's still got a little bit of a feminine chic vibe going about it. And it also has a sunroom next to it for morning tea in the winters. It's got cross-stitch tapestries that my mum's done over the years. So that's very her space, and the two rooms are more our space, my brother and mine. This particular piece is an artwork that we created out of a piece of paper we found in old files. This is what the part of our original property will look like. What's very interesting in that is that the script is Urdu, but when you speak it, it's Punjabi. The material palette of the house is all natural, and every piece of wood that you see here is reclaimed from somewhere in the past. We've had pieces from chawls, schools, mansions that were being broken, havelis, wherever we could find something that was old and usable, we've used it here. Just designing this space with Shraddha and with my mum and working on it together through the pandemic, I think it just brought all of us really close.
In this case, it is pretty much mom's and Mayank's personality, which is this, grand, larger than life luxury, nostalgia. It's like rustic opulence. It's them. Well, I love it too. I'm very close to this sensibility, but it's their imprint, and I can see this in action, and I can appreciate it from that perspective. But he's a, strange fellow.